ep4 here, welcome to some more Fallout 4. Right now we're talking to him, Mr. Valentine, and he says, after all that's going on with you and your family, how are you holding up? He's very nice, and I like him, because he makes sure you're feeling okay. And by the way, guys, Firehawk12 here, welcome to some more Fallout 4. I'm glad he cares. He's the first real person that cares about us in the game. Which, gotta say, is pretty rare considering the fact that everybody else wants to kill us.
Yeah, I'm alright.
Huh. You're a tougher nut than I thought. Tougher than I was. Took me a long damn time to get a feel for this place. Thank goodness I found Diamond City. It's got its flaws, sure, but it beats the hell out of anywhere else in the Commonwealth. Of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as scared of the Institute as they are now. Maybe more. The massacre of the CPG was still pretty fresh in people's minds at that point. Folks were still losing sleep over the broken mask. Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, moving in to melt down the reactor or poison the drinking water. But at the time, they couldn't exactly turn me away.
Why'd they let you in?
Because I'd rescued the mayor's daughter. Gal of about 15. Pride and joy of the mayor back then. Man by the name of Henry Roberts. The young Miss Roberts decided she'd run off with some caravan hand she'd, known for an evening. Turns out the guy was part of a gang of kidnappers. I didn't even know who I was rescuing, just stumbled on a crying girl and 4 toughs. I took her home and the mayor dubbed me a hero, offered me a place in town. Lots of folks protested, said I was a spy, but he would... Taking up in the city was tricky at first, but I never tried to hide what I was, and people seemed to warm to that.
Was it hard settling in?
Yeah, they sure didn't make it easy. I started off doing the jobs no one else wanted. I got more banged up being Diamond City's handyman than I ever did living out in the ruins. But I guess folks never forgot I rescued the mayor's daughter, so they started coming to me when people went missing. Wife runs off with a new paramour and takes the rent money with her. Talk to the synth. An upset father decides moving him and the kids to Good Neighbor in the dead of night's not the worst damn idea since the bomb. Go get Nick. After a while, the jobs got so backed up, they didn't even ask me to do the handyman stuff anymore. Hell, I was so happy to do it, it was months before I started charging anyone. I never stopped being Nick the Synth, but it was Nick the Detective folks came to see. It was about then that things finally started feeling normal. It took me a long time to realize that, oh, that's a long story, but I hope.
Come here again if you need to meet us. We'll know you.
We made a good team.
The best. See you soon.
Can't wait to get out of this place.
Hey.
And the new guy patched me up, put me on his shoulder, and blasted his way through the rest of the complex. Synths everywhere.
Carrying you the whole time?
Amazing, right?
That's one word for it. Deacon told me you...
Right.
So is any of that true?
Mostly true, but there weren't 100 of them. And
Embellishing the truth again?
She would have fallen for it, you know?
Don't flatter yourself. I was expecting Deacon, but instead, just the two of you cleared out the...
You'd be insane not to sign.
You've certainly made an impression. Welcome to the Railroad, Agent.
Glad to be aboard.
It seems we're very lucky to have you. So you're in.
Call me Fixer.
Fixer certainly seems an apt name. Your first official order is to deliver... But first, it's time to meet the rest of the gang. The location of our HQ is one of our most tightly
You didn't
guarded
see anything
secrets.
suspicious
So be
coming up,
careful
right?
coming in or out. You never can tell when you're being watched. This is it. It may lack the amenities of the switchboard, but it's safe, and we've taken precautions not to be surprised again. Things are chaotic right now, so there's plenty for you to do. Listen up, everyone. This is Fixer. He did the switchboard op with Deacon. He's a full agent, effective immediately. I'm counting on each of you to show him the ropes. Feel free to welcome him aboard. That is all. It's not an easy road you've chosen, but you're never alone in this.
Welcome to the family.
Glad you signed on. Means I might get to take the occasional night off. Hey, you. You the new heavy? Fixer, right?
In the flesh. Nice to meet another agent.
Likewise. Anyone crazy enough to join us? So the switchboard was...
I didn't do it alone.
That's hardcore. How'd you take down the old HQ?
Uh-huh. With a whole lot of bullets and a whole lot of blood. Fortunately, the blood wasn't mine.
That's how you do it. What?
Thanks for inviting me. Right.
We should... I don't know. They call me Glory. The Angel of Death. The ass-kicking poster child of a liberated synth.
I like it.
You're helping out my people.
Sounds like a good plan.
You know it. You take care out there.
You a Geiger counter doing cartwheels too?
Excuse me.
Wasn't sure I'd see you again. You managed to get what you need?
I have the code.
Suppose I shouldn't be surprised. You did get rid of Kellogg after all. Not too much of a leap to take down a Courser. How'd you manage to get it decoded?
The railroad helped me.
Oh God, those kooks. I would have expected they'd be too busy trying to liberate vending machines or setting computer terminals free or... Sorry. They just have something of a reputation. You're not the only one who's been busy. I did the best I could. Came up with some schematics for you. Wasn't easy. These hands are ridiculous. Fine motor skills have gone to shit. Here's the simple explanation. You need to build a device that will hijack the suit uses to teleport coursers, and send you instead. You know the craziest part of the design? That classical music's the carrier signal for the relay. All the data's on harmonic frequencies. You've been hearing it all along. I want to be clear that this isn't my area of expertise. I was bioscience, not engineering or advanced...
Uh-huh. I'm sure it'll work.
For the record, I haven't made any promises. But if you can build this device and make use of that code, you should be able to override the signal from the Institute's relay. Can you? I mean, can you build it? You have people that can help. This is a lot for one person.
I got it covered.
Good, good. Because you've got to make it in there. For both our sakes. And don't you forget our agreement. I've helped you as best I can. If you make it in there, you find that serum. It's my only hope for ever being normal. So you find it. Now go on. Take these and get to work. Call on whoever you know to help you.
Protect and serve.
What the hell aroma is that?
Whoa! Fudge. Mom, I'm gonna go pee. See, I told you she wanted to come in. Alright, guys. Sorry about that. Had to go use the restroom. I didn't know Nick could even get on that stuff. Oh, Lord. Let's get inside the Institute. Fast travel to the Sanctuary. I mean, then again, I can always get some parts to upgrade Kellogg's barrel and gun. I could make a long-ass revolver. I could... I don't know, to be honest. There's a lot of possibilities. Preston.
Hey, good to see you again. I was hoping you'd show up. I should have listened to my... I think
Yeah.
we could settle down here.
Yeah. I used to like living here. Before the war.
What do you mean? Before what war? Are you saying...
I lived here over 200 years ago. I was frozen or something for most of it. Just woke up a little while ago.
Damn. Like one of those old pre-war ghouls. You say you were frozen. Anybody else?
My son. The Institute.
Damn. I'm sorry. Anyway, I am glad you're here.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And I've had word from a settlement asking for help. The only chance to start rebuilding the Minuteman is to... Trouble is, I've got my...
I can't help right now.
That's your call.
I need your help with these schematics.
Oh, yeah? What are they for?
These are plans for building a signal interceptor to get inside the Institute.
The Institute? Why in the world would you want to mess around with them?
They kidnapped my son.
Damn. That's some bad business. Even for them. Maybe once I deal with the immediate problems. Speaking of which, I've had word from a settlement that needs help. They're still hoping there are Minutemen out there somewhere. Trouble is, I've got my hands full here. Do you think you can help out with the settlement?
I'd be glad to help.
That's fantastic. The Minutemen could use more people like you. By the way, if you want to help out around here at all...
Excuse me.
I haven't forgotten that you need my help. Remind me as soon as you found out what that settlement needed from the Minutemen.
Alright, first, we're getting rid of all this stuff over here. And we're gonna put a nice bed right here. Sorry, Mama Murphy, but you're gonna have to stand up for a little bit. You know? Bam. I mean, y'all can keep the toilet, but not the bathtub. I gotta make this perimeter very secure. Where's HQ gonna be? I'd say my house would be this one right here. So then there can be a door and shit, so... Furniture. Beds, chairs, tables, shelves, miscellaneous. Let's get some water in this shit. I don't want people dying over here. Getting some generators in here. Produces 3.5. Fusion generator.
I'm new around here. Wanted to introduce myself. It's not exactly paradise, but what is, right? With some hard work, I think this could be a decent place to live. So, is there anything you need me to get started on?
Yeah, let me show you.
Go ahead.
Wait, we got a caravan?
I just want to trade a few things.
Go ahead.
Huh?
Carla.
Back again? Time to do business?
Not right now.
Then have a good day.
She's actually coming to stay with us. You'll come right on through. More than welcome to have a caravan trader here. Good day to have you here. Since this is going to be my house, we're going to need some conduit. We're going to need a Vault-Tec population management system. We're also going to need a terminal to take notes. We're going to need a junk mortar. Okay. We also want a ceiling fan just in case. We also want a subway light. And then on the inside, we're just gonna have some lights over here. First, I'm gonna have some spotlight control. I'm going to ensure my civilization is secure.
Mama Murphy.
Sanctuary. I knew you'd join us here, kid. Your energy is tight.
Mm-hmm. I used to live here.
Ah, but the distant path. The site can help you, kid. It all...
Here. Already have some.
Like a little kick yourself. I see you surrounded by outstretched hands. Everyone needs your help, kid. Everyone wants you to see things their way. And whether you want it or not, you're gonna have to decide which ways of life keep going in the Commonwealth and which end. Phew. Wow.
Hey.
Got a favor to ask you, kid. I know it's silly, but I need a chair. Something with a nicer fit for these old bones.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Be glad to help.
Thank you.
You willing to do some work?
I'd be glad to help. Just...
Well, for starters, we could just make sure we can sleep with a roof over our heads. Some of these old houses still look solid enough to do the trick. There's a workbench over there you can use.
Sturgis.
I like it. Having a place to sleep will improve everyone's spirits. What we need now is a reliable source of clean water.
I'm on it. Clean water coming up.
Great. I feel better already, knowing we have a reliable supply of clean water. I hope you don't mind me asking for some... if we're gonna settle here...
I'll start planting right away.
Good deal.
Sturgis.
Well, this place is starting to feel like home. Now that we can grow our own food, trouble is, the more we establish ourselves here, the more of a target. What we need is to get some...
I'm on it.
Thanks.
Sure. Hey, Sturgis.
Thanks for doing that. We'll all sleep better at night knowing we have some defenses set up. It's been a long road. But yeah, I think this is it. Home. Feels good.
I was glad to help.
Well, I appreciate it. Of course, you know you're welcome anytime. My door's always open to you. Windows, too.
I don't like that. There we go.
Don't die.
Yeah, I plan not to die.
He.
Zachary. Hello there. Which one should I side with, guys? I'm mostly loyal to the Brotherhood and the Minutemen. I'm not sure about the Railroad.
It's Flash, jackass.
Yeah, I know, Flash.
Brotherhood first.
Why Brotherhood?
Or Institute. Railroad is stupid.
True.
Brotherhood has Liberty Prime.
I guess I'll save here and then we'll do all of them and see which one we want to go with. Otherwise, I'm not going to pick any of them. Or I could do all of them at the same time. Flash, just invite me to a party, bro. So here's what we'll do. We'll do this mission and then we'll go back and stuff, do all the missions, and then come back and basically we'll see which one we want to save. You know, we could kill them.
What do you want? We don't need any more trouble around here.
It's okay. I'm with the Minutemen. I'm here to help.
You're with the Minutemen? We sent word with one of them passing traders. Most people don't put much stock in the Minutemen these days after Quincy.
We're rebuilding the Minutemen from the ground up. We're the good guys again.
Glad to hear it. No question that things have been worse since the Minutemen fell to pieces. There's a raider gang that's been giving us trouble for weeks. Stealing food and supplies, threatening to kill us all if we don't pony up. We know where they're coming from, but we can't go up against a gang like that.
I'll take care of them.
Thanks, friend. If you folks are for real this time, it'll be a welcome change for the better.
Excuse me, slave! Excuse me, slave. Oh my god, there's a raider in here. What the fuck?
Your Pip-Boy doesn't sound pleased. chewing on.
Shut the fuck up a second. Here's this thing. Come on now, Ramina. Oh shit.
Hey, Mama.
Shoot 'em all.
No, I was just saying hi. You gonna watch Netflix? You're welcome. Well, now she knows not to get in there, or that will happen. Punishment to side effect. Nah.
Time to reel him in. Where'd that little fucker go?
Hi.
Hello there. Oh, was satisfying.
What doing?
What doing? I am just playing.
What are you doing?
Just doing the Institute mission quest.
Going down. Lower level. Lower level. Going down. Main assembly line.
Hey! Over here!
find those raiders?
Yeah, I took care of them.
No kidding. That's the best piece of news we've had around here for a good long time. So we've been talking. If we want things to get better, so we're in.
I haven't forgotten that you need my help. Remind me as soon as you found out what that settlement needed from the Minutemen.
You know that settlement you sent me to help? They've decided to join the Minutemen.
That's great news. I knew you were the right person for the job. By the way, you should have one of these flare guns. You can use it to signal for help from any nearby Minutemen. Not much use yet, but once we have more allied settlements, you'll have help whenever you need it. I don't think I ever told you what happened to the Minutemen. How I ended up.
I figured you'd tell me when you were ready.
Have you heard of the
You guys came from Quincy, didn't you?
That's right. I was with Colonel Hollis's group. We were the only ones that came. The other groups, they just turned their backs on us. Only a few of us got out alive. We never found a safe place to settle.
As long as you don't give up.
I'm not about to give up. That's why I'm talking to you.
Hey, that means a lot coming from you, Garvey.
I appreciate that.
Okay, I'll do it.
Finally, something going the Commonwealth's way.
Good. Good. Welcome aboard. I feel like this is a whole new start for the Minutemen, and the Commonwealth too. Don't worry, I'll be right beside you all the way, General.
That's quite a promotion you just gave me.
The leader of the Minutemen has always held the rank of general. Our last leader was the one good thing. Now it's your job. I've got something a bit different for you.
Right. Sure.
The trouble is that some kind of... Once you clear it out, set up a radio beat. Before you know it, we'll have a thriving new farm instead of wasteland. We'll take back the Commonwealth, one piece at a time.
Hi.
You wanted help earlier. Some kind of machine to get into the Institute?
The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out. This machine can hijack their signal and send me instead.
Teleportation? For real? Wow. That would explain a lot about how the Institute manages to operate. If anyone can make heads or tails of those plans, it'd be Sturgis. I haven't found anything yet that he couldn't build or fix. I've heard that folks at Finch Farm need some help. The Minutemen should be the ones that answer that call. Is there something you need?
No, nothing.
Okay.
think we ought to talk.
Is something the matter? You sound upset.
What? Oh, no. We've just been traveling a while now, and I figure there hasn't exactly been equitable distribution of information. I've gotten a decent glimpse into your dirty laundry, but you still don't really know a whole heck of a lot about me. I figured I'd offer to balance the board. So, anything you want to know?
What do you remember about the Institute?
It's all pretty hazy from back then, but now and then I get glimpses. Life inside the Institute, they keep you isolated. A single test chamber was my whole world for years, and someone was always watching. Then one day you wake up on the other side, and that's it. They've cut you loose. Welcome to the brave new world, with such people in it.
So who are you, Nick?
That's a question I've been trying to figure out myself for a long damn time. I know I'm a synth, authentic Institute handiwork, but I'm still mechanical, not bioengineered like the fancy synths giving everyone the willies these days. I get tune-ups now instead of checkups. But my memories, my personality, they're all lifted from some cop who volunteered for an experiment back before the war. They scanned his brain and copied it onto the hardware that runs between my ears. Don't know why they chose to make a robot based on some pre-war cop instead of a... Hey, maybe that's why the Institute tossed me in the garbage instead of turning me into one of their people snatchers.
That's terrible. They really just threw you away?
Sure did. I remember waking up one day in a garbage heap. A body in tatters and a head full of memories belonging to a man who'd been dead for 200 years. Suffice to say, it was a confusing couple of weeks. Folks didn't really know much about synths back then, so when I...
Right.
But the kids, they weren't afraid. I think his name was Jim. The first person to actually speak to me after I got the boot from the Institute. My first human contact in this world. Grilled me for an hour. Once they'd seen I wasn't going to hurt anyone, the other folks in the neighborhood came out to ogle the mechanical man. It eventually turned into a pretty swell soiree. The local mechanic even gave me a once-over, free of charge. Those people, they treated me like a human being. I've been trying to return the favor ever since. It's a surprisingly rare trait out here sometimes. It's something I've noticed you got a fondness for. Part of the reason I've stuck around this long.
If you're good to people, they'll be good back. That's something I've always believed.
Couldn't agree more. Well, I expect you're about as bored as can be listening to me rattle my skeletons. You should...
Hope this rain lets up soon. Can it wait?
Preston thought you might be able to figure out these plans for me.
Sure thing. Let's see what you've got.
Here you go.
Wow, what a mess. Looks like encrypted RF transmissions. Okay, so that gets routed through... What the hell? Teleportation. This is some pretty crazy shit. You sure it's for real?
It's real. I got it from an ex-Institute scientist.
Seriously? I didn't know you could be an ex-Institute anything and still be breathing. Anyway, the eggheads never think about the nuts and bolts of actually making something work. But, looks like it's all here. Yeah, I'm gonna need some time to study this thing. The handwriting's pretty hard to make out. But, you can get started on what he calls a stabilized reflector platform. It'll need some pretty high...
Good work, Sturgis.
Well, don't thank me yet. I think I got the gist of it. But it's gonna take some time to work out the details of some of the hairier sections. Here's a list of what you'll need for the first piece. While you're working on that, I'll get busy figuring out how to actually... Keep in mind, I can already see this is gonna take a crazy amount of juice. Like if you had a spare nuclear reactor handy, we could probably use it. And it's going to be big. So find a nice open building site with lots of power available.
Sturgis.
How's it going? Did you find a good spot to build your signal interceptor?
Yeah. Ready to build the rest of it.
Good. I think I got a handle on it. Here's a list of 3 things that may be harder to find. I think I'll be able to pull together everything else we're gonna need. I'll meet you over at the building site and see if we can actually make this thing work.
Thanks, Sturgis. I'll get right on this.
Good deal. One thing to keep in mind while you're building this, it all needs to be wired together so all the pieces can talk to each other. I'll see you over at the building site. Good luck.
Sure, let me just stop what I'm doing to talk to you.
I'd like to trade some items.
Leave me alone.
Gotta make sure we've got enough power. Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Shouldn't we test it first?
I wish we could, but we've only got the one frequency code. There's no way to test it without actually jacking into the Institute signal. And as soon as we do that, we've used our one and only chance. As soon as the Institute figures out what we did, and I gotta believe those brainiacs won't be caught napping twice, that code we've got is useless.
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens.
Hey.
I'm listening.
Whenever you're ready.
Hey, Valentine.
Anything I can help with?
How are we doing, Nick?
Not enough people out here are willing to try and do what's right. I consider myself awful lucky I fell in with one who is.
Your thoughts?
Ready when you are.
Commonwealth's not an easy place to travel.
That was all I had.
Suit yourself.
Just get on the platform. I'll do the rest. Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often missing out. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. At stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean.
Father, what's
It's
going
me.
on? What's happening?
I'm your dad. Yes, it's me. Your dad. I'm here, Sean.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Sean, please. Calm down. I'll get you out of there.
Father? Father! me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Give me Sean. The real Sean. Right now!
I know.